Something that I've always thought was cool about the PS1 and what made it stand out from the crowd was that it used black discs, and I'd never seen anybody else do this before. And it's super unique, super cool, and it just helped them stand out from the crowd. And these black discs have become very synonymous with the PS1, and rightfully so. So with that being said, I was very interested and confused when I got a copy of Final Fantasy Chronicles, a 2-disc set, for Christmas one year. And I opened it up and I looked at the first disc and I thought, wait a minute, something's jumping out to me right to begin with. It's silver. And I had never seen a silver PS1 game. So my initial thought was, oh good, I got a bootleg copy. And this is not impossible either. The Sega Dreamcast was a console that famously got a ton of bootlegs. A lot of people were burning their own games onto their own discs. It was super easy to do back in the day, and everybody was doing it. And it's part of the reason that the Dreamcast failed, unfortunately. Just sales were so much down because people could make their own games for so cheap. And that's actually one of the reasons that Nintendo implemented these tiny little discs, because it was just so much more difficult to pirate games onto them. And so with this in mind, I'm thinking, oh great, I got a pirated copy. It very clearly is something that can happen, and it has happened before. Not only the first disc, but the second disc was silver too, and I'm like, oh great. Why would somebody on eBay sell me such an obvious pirated copy of a game? It's not like, this wasn't like expensive either. This was $20, something like that. So it's not really something that's worth trying to scam somebody into buying. But that's when I realized something else about this that was interesting, and that's right here. Square Enix. Now, you might be thinking, what? So what? That's the company that made these games. However, why don't you take a look at this copy of Chrono Cross here on, of course, a black PS1 disc, and you might realize that it says Squaresoft. So that kind of raised my eyebrow at first. We know that Square rebranded from Squaresoft to Square Enix, but they rebranded in 2003, and this game is from 2001, is when this was sold. So you might be thinking, what does that mean? Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The reason that this happened is because for a very long time, up until maybe 1 year ago, like 1 or 2 years ago, Square Enix was selling on their website sealed PS1 games, like brand new PS1 games that you could order and they will make for you and ship them to you. They were making brand new PS1 games up until like 2024, which is wild. I don't think any other company does that or had done that, but sure enough, they were doing that. And I mean, we get an ad for Final Fantasy X back here. I'm trying to look at the dates on it. It doesn't say anything too suspicious. It said 2002, but they were pumping these things out. And so because of that, we've got very, not rare, but very unique instances of officially licensed and sold PS1 games on silver discs. Now this is just fascinating to me because they're so well known for their black discs. So I just thought that was something really neat. And Sony has done other colored discs too. I just wanted to share this real quick. A lot of early PS2 discs have blue, which I think is really cool. Really works with the PS2 aesthetic, having these blue discs. And so just to have super well-known colored discs and to have officially silver discs too, I just thought that was worth sharing. But these games work just fine. They work on original PS1s, original PS2s, PS3s, you name it. It's just something very unique and something that no other company is really doing. I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Thanks for watching.